Good afternoon. This is Monday, or good evening, February 8th, 2021 Policy Review Committee meeting. I guess we'll do a kind of a roll call. Who's here today? Bucky Scott.
Tanya Bell. Ashley Guthrie.
Rob Hurley.
Julia Olson.
Brad Cooper.
Kristen Thompson.
So we're going to go over new business. And Rob, if I'm correct, we'll start off with policy number 335, Employee Rights Under Family and Medical Leave Act.
Yes, we have one recommended change to the FMLA policy, and it's more for clarification purposes than just things that have arisen over the last 5-6 months or so. If you try to look at the policy itself, on mine it's on page 4. It's under the continuation of benefits section. You page back through there. After the word we would propose that we add the language employees would continue to pay their co-pay portion of the district's insurance premium as determined by their collective bargaining agreement on the FMLA leave. That's just clarity language more than anything else, just based on questions that
Okay. Do I need to initial that?
If the board's okay with that change in language, you would say to go to first reading if the board doesn't have any problems with that.
Anybody have any issues? Thank you, Rob. Okay. So move on to policy 339.
Policy 339 for uncompensated leave. If you could, for the clarification purposes, at the back of the policy again, under where it says commitment of the employer, I would strike the words for benefits and say the full amount of the district's cost of the insurance, of their insurance premium. And again, that's just clarity, and gives more clarity in the practice itself.
Okay.
There is, if you go back to the first page, there's something else I want to bring to your attention, and certainly the board can discuss this. According to current board policy, and the people are allowed every 5 years, they're allowed to, professional staff are allowed to request unpaid leave. The question would be, would the board at least be interested in adding things to qualify that, like under vacations, not the first week or last week of school? If we continue with that benefit going forward, that would certainly help us in terms of any sort of disruptiveness. As you know, most of this comes about through experience, and when things are used and not used. Teachers do have a whole summer to take vacations and have leaves, and also there's a Christmas vacation area too, as well as that. I don't know where the board is on that, but I think that would be something that would be reasonable.
I think so. Would you push it and go 2 weeks on the other end? I mean, I would think that would even work better for you. Just 1 week's enough?
That would work for us. Dr. Cooper, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, 1 week would.
1 week's enough?
Yes.
Make it a month. Okay. Do you want me, Rob, where is that exactly?
Under guidelines,
Right?
it's the second one down, and then if you go down to where it says vacations,
Sure. Cannot be the day before or after a holiday. Okay. Should I just write or first week or last week of the year?
that sounds reasonable.
Do I have to say anything special, like of the school year, I guess?
It'd just be the first week or the last week of the school year, as per the approved, board school director approved calendar for said year.
What? Can you repeat that again about the calendar?
Yeah, it's approved by the board of school directors.
Oh, as approved.
Yeah, it's approved by the board of school directors.
Got it.
Calendar for said year. School calendar for said year.
Okay. This is an exciting one coming up, I guess. Bonding.
Yeah, this one's really exciting. This policy is just up for periodic review. As you know, we go through policies, ones that we feel need to be updated, and then there's one we try to go through cycles, and every so many years policies get updated. If you look at this, in the bold print are the changes, and basically they're required to be bonded by policy or law. And you can see that it's already written in there. That's a PASBO recommendation right there. And the enumeration and evaluation of this bond shall be determined annually, and each bond shall be commensurate with the financial responsibility of the position itself. We work with an insurance agent who gives us recommendations. His name is Keith Bears, I believe his name is, and he makes these types of recommendations to us in regards to that. But that's pretty benign, and nonetheless, it's up for periodic review.
Okay. All right. Policy 812, property insurance.
This is another policy that's just up for periodic review. As was recommending the language that you see in boldface there, just adding such coverage shall ensure for the actual cost value and or replacement costs. And then it says in placing insurance, the board shall be guided by the service of an insurance agent, the scope and coverage that is provided, the price of the desired coverage, and the assurance of such coverage. And it says the board shall appoint an independent insurance advisor who may be the agent of record. And again, we have that person who's been working for the district. I think as long as I've been here, and it's been a long time. Keith Bears is his name. Like I said, he works with our business office with our insurance-related products. But that's a pretty straightforward policy.
Okay, policy 813, other insurance.
813 is the same type of thing. This is a policy that's up for periodic review. In boldface, you can see the additional verbiage that PASBO is recommending for this policy. Pretty straightforward in regards to that.
Okay. All right, and this is one we discussed earlier. Policy 814, copyright.
1 second.
Is that
Basically, what 814 is, it makes sure that all of our staff, including our teachers, are following all copyright laws, so they're not infringing on copyright laws. They're making sure, an example would be if one teacher A purchases a workbook and they can't just photocopy that and give it to every other teacher at the entire grade level. That's the essence of the policy. We need to follow the laws that are required. There is something called fair educational use, but there's also, you can't just make copies of, buy one textbook and make copies for the whole entire grade level. That's the type of thing that this covers. It's good policy to have that. It's basically codifying practice.
the only reason we talked about it briefly earlier, I just found it, I don't know how you guys catch that. I mean, you really, just by chance, really. So, okay. Rob, that's it, right? We don't have...
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new policies here.
3, 6.
They're pretty much straightforward. A lot of those, like I said, are just some things that we can notice, a couple of them, and then there's some periodic review things on some of the insurance stuff that we have to do.
Okay.
If the board's okay with that, can we move those to first reading?
Anybody have any questions? All right, I have 7:01. That concludes our policy review committee meeting.